Hi, welcome to Milligan University. My name is Dr. Lee Harrison, and I am the Vice President for Marketing and Enrollment here at Milligan. And I am thrilled to be able to welcome you to Buff Nation. We're excited to have you here this fall, and we look forward to seeing you in person and are excited to have you here today for this virtual connections orientation. Now, before I go any further, I want to point you to some of our resources related to the COVID-19 virus and how Milligan is responding and what we are doing to prepare for the fall semester. You can find that at milligan.edu/health. We are planning at this time to have an on-campus fall semester, but we know to do so requires a lot of planning and a lot of safety. So we have planning teams working on every aspect of that, and we are providing updates on this website. So we encourage you to take a look at that. As we get started today, my goal here today is just to refresh you on Milligan, the scholarship, the community, and faith that really drives our institution. And all of that is grounded in our mission. So as a Christian liberal arts university, Milligan seeks to honor God by educating men and women to be servant leaders. That is our mission, and that drives everything that we do here at Milligan. And we hope that you have already experienced that and continue to experience it here at Milligan. So we're going to be sharing today just a little bit about what does it mean to be a Christian institution, what does it look like to be a liberal arts institution, and how do we educate men and women to be servant leaders. Christian, liberal arts, and servant leaders, those are really the three focus areas of that mission statement. And ultimately, we believe that it's important to love God, to love people, and to serve the world. And that is what you will find here at Milligan, and we are glad to have you joining in that experience with us. There are three pillars that we talk about at Milligan that really drive from that mission statement: scholarship, community, and faith. So I'd like to just refresh on a few things about those things that might be helpful to you as you're preparing this summer to join us this fall. So the first one is scholarship, learning, academics, and what does it mean to be a liberal arts institution, and what are those things that are important to us here at Milligan from an academic perspective. The liberal arts certainly is a big part of who we are. We require all students to take a core curriculum that I'll share with you here in a minute. But the liberal arts is really, it's about scope, it's about style, it's about size. Most liberal arts institutions tend to be smaller. We want a small, close-knit community where there's a lot of close faculty-student interaction, and you'll find that here at Milligan. It's also the style and the way that our faculty teach in order to help students think about the interconnectivity of a lot of different subject matters, and to learn to think for yourself and to encourage you to draw out your own conclusions and to connect dots between a lot of different subjects. So you'll find that here at Milligan. Our core curriculum really focuses on the relationship with three different areas: the relationship with God, relationship with one another, and the relationship with creation. And so when you get your fall schedule and when you start looking in the catalog or at your curriculum and in your scheduling, you'll start to see some courses, and we want you to understand why those courses are on your schedule and why we require you to take those courses. Our faculty have really spent a lot of time over decades thinking very intentionally about what is important as we educate students to be servant leaders. And they have identified this core curriculum as important for all students, regardless of major. And so when you look at some specific course names, we want you to understand it's because they tie back to one of these three things, because it's helping you in your relationship with God, with one another, or with creation. You'll also hear these referred to as the General Education Requirements, or GER. Sometimes you'll hear that used here at Milligan. A big part of that core curriculum is the Humanities program. That is a very unique program at Milligan. A lot of institutions have humanities type courses, but the way that we approach it is very unique here at Milligan. We take all of these courses: history, literature, philosophy, fine arts. We put them all together into one 4-semester program that's required of all students. And so you'll start your first semester probably with ancient and medieval cultures, so starting back in the ancient times and coming all the way forward over those 4 semesters, or typically your first 2 years, to current times, and learning about the history, the literature, the philosophy, the fine arts, how they connect, how one thing influenced another. It really is unique, and it's helpful because rather than learning about these subjects separately, it brings them together so you're understanding that the history of the day and what was happening impacted the literature, it influenced the arts, and it makes so many things make more sense when you can learn about them all together. And ultimately, we're thinking about, what does it mean to be human? We're created in the image of God. What does that mean to be human? Regardless of all the different programs, and regardless of the area that you decide to focus in, we're going to be encouraging you to think about your calling. What does it look like to be a Christian in today's society in any number of professions? You have a lot of options here at Milligan. This is a big list of different majors, minors, different concentrations with majors. We encourage you to take a look at our website to learn more about these. Be talking to your faculty mentor about these. Lots of different options, and all of these, again, somewhat unique at Milligan, is that all of these are grounded in that liberal arts learning that we feel is important. All of these programs are structured within 5 schools here at Milligan, and these are the schools. And if you're struggling at this point to really focus in on a specific major, that's okay. You've got some time to think about that. And what might be helpful to you is to look at them from a perspective of the schools and start to think about broad general areas that interest you. So do you tend to like arts and humanities type of subjects? Do you want to focus more on Bible and ministry type learning? What about business and technology, or sciences and allied health, or the social sciences and education? So that might help you focus in, and then from there, you can learn more about those majors and identify which programs might be of interest to you. We also encourage you to go ahead and start thinking about graduate programs. A lot of our students go on to graduate school at Milligan and at other institutions and do very, very well. And the reason it's important to go ahead and think about those now is that we have 3-year degrees in some programs. You can find those listed on our website. We also have some of our graduate programs that have an accelerated program, meaning that you can do your undergraduate bachelor's degree plus your master's, typically in a 4+1 program. So 4 years undergrad and then 1 additional year for your master. So in 5 years, you can have both degrees. We also have early acceptance program for some of our master's programs, meaning that you can go ahead and apply to those programs typically in your junior year, and you can lock in your seat in that program, and sometimes you can even lock in the tuition rate for that year to make sure that you have some savings there. So we encourage you to take a look at that and think through those things. The faculty here at Milligan are amazing. You've already, I'm sure, probably started to experience that. Make sure that you look at the syllabus, which is the course materials you'll get for each course. That's where their information is listed for how you can contact them, when their office hours are. You also have been assigned a mentor, and again, hopefully you've met with them or will be meeting with them soon. They're amazing individuals who not only are very academically gifted and have great academic credentials, but they are caring, and that is why they're here at Milligan. Our faculty are here to teach. They are very passionate about what they do. In fact, we have kind of a unique thing of being named not for our founder, not for the town in which we're at, or not even for a benefactor, but we were named for our founder's favorite teacher. So not for the founder, but he named the institution after his favorite professor, Robert Milligan. That's a picture of him, and we don't have any pictures of him with good hair. He's always on a bad hair day. But Robert Milligan, our founder said, was the finest man he knew, and he was the epitome of a liberal arts Renaissance man, and we carry his name with great pride. As you're here, there's research opportunities, there's internships in a lot of different programs. We want you to start to have real world experience. There's a lot of study abroad programs. We encourage you to look into those and engage with those. And we want you to be successful here at Milligan. Our average ACT score for our incoming students hovers around 24 and the GPA of about 3.5. We have really good quality students coming to Milligan. That's an average. So we have students on all levels and all along the spectrum of academic success. We provide a lot of tools here to make sure that you succeed, no matter what kind of academic background you come in with. So we encourage you to use those tools that are available to you and those resources. So mentoring, advising, tutoring. If you need help with time management or study skills, our staff and our student success office is going to be there. to support you in that. But you have to reach out for those services. So make sure that you are aware of them, and then we encourage you to utilize those. Career resources are a big thing here at Milligan. We're going to encourage you from day one to start thinking about that calling that you have, and how you're going to use your talents to really be a servant and to be a help and a benefit wherever you are. And as I mentioned, a lot of our students go on to graduate school, but we have a very high employment rate for our students after graduation, and they're either employed or they're going on to some very, very fine graduate institutions, as you see listed here, just a sampling of them. Some details, make sure that you're looking at the academic catalog. You can find it on our website. The catalog really is one of the main documents that you need to be aware of because it contains all the policies related to our academic and institutional policies, the requirements for graduation, requirements for every major are listed in there. If you're curious to read up on a major or a program or a course and you want to know a little bit more about it, there's a lot of details in the catalog. So you can find that on our website. So that's scholarship. Moving on to community. Remember, I'm talking about scholarship and community and faith. Those three pillars that are really important to Milligan. Community is the second one, and it is a really important thing here at Milligan. A lot of traditions, a lot of things that are important. You might have heard the term family, kind of family, friends that are family, that become family, and that's true here at Milligan. A lot of neat connections are made here that form a lifetime of commitment, and a lot of our alumni are still very connected to Milligan and stay connected to each other and form those lifelong friendships that you hear about. You definitely will experience that here at Milligan. Our students come from all over the world. We have about 36 states and 30 nations represented this past year, and that's pretty typical. With our 1,300 students, it's a small campus community, and yet there's still a lot of people and a lot of ways to be involved and engaged. And the thing that's neat about that is you're probably going to experience and be around students that are very similar as you, students that maybe came from a similar geographic place or background as you, or a similar family or faith background. But you're also going to be able to experience and become friends with people that are nothing like you. And that is the beauty of a warm campus community, and that is a good thing. And we find that here at Milligan. The majority of our students do come from Tennessee or southern states, the Midwest. We have a lot of students from the east of the Mississippi, but we have students from all over the country. And so it's a rich, diverse place. Even with 1,300 students, you still will find quite a bit of diversity in a lot of different ways. A lot of traditions. Get involved in traditions, get involved in campus life. We have rush day, typically early in the school year. That is not a rush day similar to fraternities. We do not have those at Milligan, but it is a day where you can sign up for lots of different clubs and activities. So we encourage you to be familiar with that and really get involved and make the most of your college experience. Most of our students do live on campus in one of our residence halls. We call it a journey to independence. Make sure that you have paid your deposit and have your immunization form filled in and provided, and that way we can make sure that we have housing assignments done as early as possible in the summer. Those usually start around July 1st, and those start being communicated to students. But we do need to have your deposit and immunization forms first. You can find a floor plan, what to bring, a lot of details on our website, things like laundry facilities and how you can decorate your rooms. We also have some details about vehicles. You are allowed to bring a vehicle to Milligan. You need to register it. There's no cost to register your vehicle, but you do need to register it and follow parking guidelines. If you are living on campus, which most of our students do, you will have a meal plan as part of that. We have the cafeteria and the grill. It's called the CAF. A lot of students refer to it, and the grill. And there's a lot of different options there. You have unlimited access to the cafeteria from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. so that you can come and go according to your schedule. You'll find more information about the meal plan on the website. And the grill is in our student center, and it's kind of a neat hangout place with a lot of different options, burgers, but also some healthy stuff and some different options there. And you can also swap some meals, do some transfer meals each week there. If you have special dietary needs, be sure to let our food services staff know, and they're very accommodating about working with students If you're working or have athletic commitments, you also can let them know, and they'll be glad to provide a grab and go option for you. I know a lot of you are student athletes. Over half of our student body are student athletes, Milligan Buffaloes. And we're very proud of you. We have a lot of student success. We also have a strong fan base. So whether you're an athlete or whether you're a fan, make sure that you support the Milligan Buffaloes and show up to the games and the matches and a lot of the different events there. We want you to stay healthy in college for sure, and so there's some options there. Our wellness center is well equipped. We have an intramural program, the school nurse, which you'll be definitely hearing from our school nurse quite a bit, especially with the COVID-19 response. We have a great local healthcare system with some very top-notch hospitals, and we have a counseling facility as well, and counseling services for our students. We make sure every year to continually upgrade our campus safety and keep an eye on that. So lighting, security cameras, call boxes, security guards. We have a text alert system. And again, I encourage you to take a look at that website for the updates related to COVID-19, especially as it relates to this fall. The region of our country is absolutely amazing. Many of you are coming from the south or from the southeast, and you are somewhat familiar, but many of you may not be. So we encourage you to get out and enjoy the region. It's one of the great assets that we have here at Milligan with the Appalachian Trail and hiking spots all throughout the region, lakes, waterfalls, boating, skiing. It's really a neat place to be. And even without the outdoor stuff, there's a lot of access to things that can be found with shopping centers. We have a downtown revitalization program in both Johnson City and Elizabethton, so there's a lot of neat things going on downtown, and just a lot of amenities available to you within 10 minutes of campus. We are a Christian institution, and as any institution is together in community, we have expectations. And so we encourage you to look at the student handbook. I mentioned earlier the college catalog. The second document that's important for you to look at is the student handbook. Also can be found online, because that's where you have academic, spiritual, and social guidelines and expectations for the institution. Really, it's not so much about having rules. Instead, it's really about what does it mean to live in community together, and what does it mean to have respect for truth, for others, and for God. And so you can read about that and learn more about that in the student handbook. And finally, faith. Faith undergirds everything here at Milligan. We are a Christian institution. It's something we're unapologetic about, and something that is weaved into every aspect of what we do here at Milligan. We're Christ-centered. Our church affiliation is with the Independent Christian Churches and Churches of Christ of the Restoration Movement. That's a group of churches that really look to New Testament Christianity to guide them, which means it's not doctrine and it's not necessarily church tradition, but really the Bible that focuses. And because of that, it makes Milligan a really welcoming place for students from a variety of different denominational backgrounds. Because we really are trying to live together in community and looking to the Bible for guidance on that. Our curriculum has faith components to it, and all of our faculty, regardless of subject matter, are Christians, and they are teaching from a Christian worldview. So you'll be learning about Bible, and you'll be learning about faith, but you'll be learning about accounting or nursing or education or communications, all from a Christian perspective. Because again, we're looking really to encourage you to think about what does it mean to be a Christian in today's society. That's something that is so important for our graduates, and it's something that the world definitely needs. We really want to combine that academic excellence with the real world impact here at Milligan. We think you'll find that. And again, scholarship, community, and faith are those three pillars. And really it's about learning, it's about living, and it's about loving. Because there really is a difference at Milligan. We hope that you've seen that. We hope that you continue to find that in your experience here at Buff Nation. So Welcome Week is coming in August, and what does that look like? A lot of times people have questions. So Saturday, August 22nd is move-in day, so go ahead and mark that on your calendars. That day you'll get a more detailed schedule you can find online, But pretty much that day is you arrive, you check in, you move into the residence halls, and you have some time to kind of get settled, to hit Walmart or Target or all the shops up a couple times, to get your room set up how you want it, and to really kind of enjoy that day with family. Family is encouraged to attend and join us that day. That evening is a service called matriculation. It sounds like a painful medical procedure, but it's really just an academic ceremony, very similar to graduation, but it happens at the beginning of your college career, and it is a bookend, kind of like with commencement at the end, matriculation at the beginning. So it's a formal academic ceremony where students sign into the history books of the college. It's really cool. The faculty show up in their academic regalia, and we have a processional, and the families are absolutely invited to attend, just like you would at graduation. It's a special time, and that's Saturday evening. Sunday, we have a worship service on campus, and then we take all the students to Doe River Gorge, which is a camp nearby to Milligan, where you can spend some time in the afternoon, just the students, really getting to know each other and having a good and fun time together. Monday, there's mentor meetings, some testing, and some just logistical things. And then the evening, we have some fun activities. Tuesday is when classes begin, and then every evening that week during Welcome Week, there's student activities going on and a lot of fun things happening. So that move-in day, here's some pictures just of move-in day. Typically what this looks like, it may be a little bit different this fall with COVID-19. We will let you know. But typically you're checking into the dorm and getting moved in, and again, family is there to help. We also have our current students and a lot of our faculty and staff come out to help, so they can help carry your boxes up to your dorm room and get you settled in. It's fun to just meet each other and start to get unpacked and start to make your dorm room look like home. And there's a lot of fun stuff you can do with that and making it really fun. And again, you can find information on the website about details about sizes of the rooms, dimensions, the beds, the sheet size, the curtains, the windows, the bookshelves, all of that is outlined on the website. This is our matriculation ceremony. I mentioned a processional, really neat with luminaries there. And afterwards, you process out to a reception that we have with a jazz band and just an opportunity for everybody to mingle afterwards. But the ceremony itself is a very special time to, again, sign your name into the history books of the college. And it's a really proud moment for parents and for families. Doe River Gorge on Sunday is a lot of fun. They've got a lake and a lot of different activities to just start to have fun and get to know each other and connect with fellow students. Our president, Greer, and his wife, Edwina, and other faculty and staff are always there as well, joining in the fun. And then classes begin on Tuesday of that week, and you'll start to get to know all your professors and learn about the different courses that you're in. So between now and then, a few things to keep in mind. Next steps, make sure that you fill out your health and immunization forms, your FERPA form, which is your Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act form that you need to sign in order for us to be able to talk with your parents about any aspect of your college experience here at Milligan. That's required by law. Financial aid and billing, make sure that you keep on top of any email and communication about that. Start to get ready for moving into the residence halls, the dorm room prep. Enjoy the journey. I mean, a main reason we do this during the summer is to help you get ahead of the game and to prepare so that you can really enjoy the journey and enjoy your summer as you prepare to come to college. There's some great resources available to help you. Milligan website, our Summer Sizzler, has a lot of details and information that you'll see emails about. Today.milligan.edu is kind of our campus hub for communication all year round. And certainly the admissions website is a great place for you as well. So August 22nd, mark your calendars for Buff Nation. We are really excited to have you here at Milligan University.